Pshoo. My name is Michael Rosario, and we are going to learn how to code in R. So I'm just going to open up R, move it over here to the side. And in today's lesson, we are going to learn about the working directory. And first, let me say, I'm making the assumption that you're watching this video because you want to learn about R, and that you know what R is, and that you want to learn it to, handle your data, to help you along with your research, whatever the case may be. If you don't know what R is, Google it. It's cool. But yeah, I'm just going to assume that you're here for the right reasons. And so, what is the working directory? Why is it important to you? So at any given time, when you have R open, it's accessing some folder on your computer, which is good. You want R to access a folder on your computer because that's how you get your information and your data into R and back out. The trick is, how do you tell R which folder has your data? And that's what this lesson's all about. So for me, I made a folder in my computer under my C drive, under source, and you can see that I have a folder here for this lesson, the working directory. And in here, I have some CSV files, I have some Excel files, and just some those are the things that I want to get into R. Now the trick is, how do you tell R this is my folder of interest, let's say? Well, first of all, let me show you how to ask R what folder it's in currently. And that's a function called getWD, which stands for get working directory. And since this is a function, we have to use parentheses, open and close. And when we hit enter, we see that we're in C users source documents. That's the folder that we're currently in. But again, that's not this folder. We want this folder with our CSV files and our Excel files. So let me show you how to change the working directory manually. Or first, let me show you how to do it the easy way, because sometimes, doing things the easy way is, easy. So if you're running R, not in the terminal, if you're just running R, you could go to File and Change Directory and navigate this way. So in my case, I would go to C, and then I have a folder called Source and the working directory, and then I would just hit OK. And you just want to make sure that you get to the folder that has your data. But that's the easy way. I want to show you guys how to do it the coding way, just because it opens up some doors later on in the future if you want to do some automation of your scripts, for example. And so how you do that is, instead of get working directory or getWD, it's set working directory or set WD, open close parentheses. But inside these parentheses, we have to put where we want to set the working directory to be in. And also remember to do that inside quotation marks. So let's just do something simple. Let's go inside of the C drive. Just type in a capital C, colon, slash, backslash, forward slash, that slash. And when we hit enter, it doesn't look like anything happened. But when we type in getWD to see which working directory we're in, we see that we are in the C drive. Now there's another function that's really useful, and it's list.files, open close parentheses. Now when you hit enter, what happens is it gives you a list of everything that is in your current working directory. So I'm just going to hit enter and show you what's inside my C drive. I should have checked what was inside my C drive. But you can see there's some hidden files, there's some folders, and what I'm really interested in is this folder called source. I want to get inside of that folder, and to do that, you already know, you get WD, and inside you put in source. You make sure that's in quotation marks, make sure you close your parentheses, hit enter. Oh, what happened there? Oh, I'm sorry, I put in get WD. Yeah, see, that won't work. It has to be set WD. My apologies. And now when we get the working directory, we can see that we are inside of the source folder. And again, list.files will give us a listing of what is inside that folder, which is this folder called 01, the working directory, and we are one step closer to accessing that data. And I'm going to show you guys one more trick which I've just recently found this out, and it's been super helpful. And so we're gonna try to get into the working directory. So set WD and make sure that there's quotation marks 01 underscore. Now here, what I would have done in the past is actually type the working directory. And you know, if you're like me and you have typos in your typing, that could not go so well. But a much better way and a much faster way to do that, which I learned from my Linux and Unix friends, is that once you type in a little bit of what you want, you can hit tab, and the computer will make its best guess at what you're trying to type. Note to self, turn off the clock before starting a tutorial. But anyway, if I hit tab, you can see that it auto-completed the working directory for me. So all I have to do now is close the quotation marks, close the parentheses, hit enter, and as you can see when I list the files, we're in business. And so there's one more thing of importance, and that's how do you go up a directory, or how do you go back? And that's really simple. It's just set WD, like you're setting a working directory. And inside the quotation marks, you just put a dot. And what this will do is it will get you back one folder. And in this case, in this specific case, it'll bring us back to the source folder. So we can see when we hit enter and we get WD, we are now in source. And so those are just some basic skills and functions for navigating your computer through R. And, you know, just take some time, practice, and make sure that you can get into the right folders and you can move around, because I guarantee it, this will become really important in the future, especially when you're trying to do batch automations, especially when you have multiple files, when your data is separated across multiple files and across multiple folders, as sometimes it will be. Yeah, this becomes really important. And so until next time, keep Ring, keep sourcing. How do I stop? How do I stop?